So the last thing that I want to touch on before we wrap up is just one more advanced concept of the rider's seat in Canter in regards to flying changes. So there's two schools of thought in flying changes. One is that the flying change is initiated with a strong leg aid, and the other is that the flying change and then the seat supports it, and then the other is that the flying change is initiated with a strong hip aid, and then the legs support that. So we prefer to initiate with the seat because by the time that you get to the flying changes, your horse also knows all of the lateral work. So a single leg aid means sideways. And that's often why people end up getting crooked flying changes. Because the horse knows a lot now, right? He knows to move over here, knows to move over here. So really the classical thinking about the rider's hips and the flying change is really that the rider's hips are connected to the horse's hips. And the flying change is made with a kind of a skipping motion, where one hip comes forward or the other hip comes forward. It's not a pushing over of the haunches with the lower leg, which can lead to crooked changes. So again, the classical straight change is initiated with the back, the seat, and the hips. And that's another place where the back has to stay really stiff, because if you're trying to shove your hip forward for flying change and you don't have strong abs, you're going to go over here, or you're going to go over here, or all different kinds of twisting. So that's just another place that goes back to the importance of the stiff back in the canter. So one more little thing on the back of your handouts, which is there's a picture of Paul's old stallion, Excelso. And this is just a great picture that shows engagement, because you can see that the horse's inside hind leg is coming all the way under the rider's hip.
Wow.
It's just a great illustration.
Wow.
That it's a good moment. This rider's sitting deeply. She's pressing her hip forward, but she's got her upper body in excellent alignment. And she's getting that horse to come under. So she could do different things at this moment. She could do a canter to walk transition, right? Because that hind leg is under there. She could just stop pushing and block him lightly and you walk. Or she could swing it up harder and maybe do a working pirouette or something like that. So it's just a great picture.